DPI, deep packet inspection, so they can actually geolocate the dissident voices. This is very serious. We have to look at when corporations are accomplices to despots.
What has occurred that is so threatening to despots is the availability to reach so many people so quickly and to permeate borders and to permeate physical things that were impenetrable.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining Empire. We're going to have to wrap it up. And Columbia University, thank you for having us over. So who's the mystery man standing behind Omar Slimane? Physically stood behind the infamous Vice President of Egypt as he announced his boss's resignation. The mystery has gone viral on the web, where Facebook and Twitter pages were set up especially to uncover the identity of the man behind Slimane. One joked that he's the angel of death. So widespread the speculation that one predicted that the unseated Omar Slimane has changed his name to the one standing in front of the man standing behind Slimane. Finally, the mystery's man's son clarified on Facebook that his father is Lieutenant Hassan Sharif and asked for an apology. A special Facebook page was set up to receive the apology, and some spectacular 50,000 signed in no time. So what lessons are we to draw from this? Well, first, a picture can be worth more than 1,000 websites. Second, thousands of bloggers may not do justice to a single image. And third, if you're lucky enough to personally witness the downfall of a dictator, wink at the camera. Those days come once in a lifetime. And that's the way it goes. Write to me at empire@aljazeera.net or go to our website. Until next time.
Business Latest is brought to you by Catalum, the most efficient and environmentally friendly aluminium smelter. Business Latest is brought to you by Catalum, the most efficient and environmentally friendly aluminium smelter.
All sides, all views, all ways. Al Jazeera.
Malaysian ingenuity has created amongst the world's greenest, most cost-efficient buildings. It's created the world's tallest self-installing wellhead platform, designed the largest and most advanced racecourses, and constructed the most futuristic Formula One racing circuits. When the world needs services of the highest caliber and creativity, they look to Malaysia. Service excellence for the world.
Unpopular with some at home, untested overseas. The first year has not been easy for David Cameron and his coalition government. In conjunction with YouTube, Al Jazeera asks your questions to the British Prime Minister. World View, an interview with David Cameron at this time on Al Jazeera.
Libya's leader claims to have a moral authority, blaming drug-taking youth and Osama bin Laden for his nation's uprising. Welcome to the NewsHour live from Doha. I'm Darine Abu Gaida from Al Jazeera News Centers in Doha, Washington and London. These are the main stories. Moves to expel Libya from the UN's Human Rights Council as a French diplomat claims the death toll could top 2,000. Swiss authorities take steps to freeze Gaddafi's assets in the country.
I'm Jane Dutton at the White House. Libya's former justice minister warns Gaddafi may use chemical weapons. So will a possible chemical attack provoke Washington to take different action? We'll have more on the latest US response.
I'm Stephen Cole in London with all the top stories from Europe, including dismissed as rubber stamp warrant. Julian Assange says he'll appeal against a UK court's ruling that he can be extradited to Sweden.
Well, Libya's leader has compared himself to Britain's Queen Elizabeth and blamed dissent in his country on Osama bin Laden. In his second address to the nation since the uprising began, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi sounded as defiant as ever, but notably spoke via phone rather than in vision. Gaddafi is fast losing the support of his inner circle. His cousin, the country's ambassador to Jordan, and a close aide in Egypt all resigned, and that was on Thursday. In a moment, we'll get the latest from our correspondent in eastern Libya, but first, here's Lawrence Lee.
The latest town to experience heavy fighting isn't very far from Tripoli, and that perhaps explains why protesters from Zawiya have told Al Jazeera that the army came to the town and opened fire on them with heavy artillery, their hunting rifles no match. Witnesses said at least 100 were killed, and they expected the army to return after dark.
We asked them to stop all their fires, but they didn't reply. The shooting was direct to the people. They shot the people in the head and in the chest. Direct show, so they were trying to kill the people, not terrifying them.
If that's one version of events, the other came from Gaddafi himself. He turned up by telephone on Libyan television with a message to Zawiya. He said the town had been infiltrated by Al-Qaeda, bin Laden, drugs and madness.
Why did Al-Zawiya get involved in these issues like the bin Laden related matters? They have been brainwashing the kids and the young people of that area, teaching them how to misbehave. And those enemies who have been training your kids, those are the ones who are under bin Laden's influence and authority.
The Gaddafis are certainly not short of opinions on what's happening in their country. While his father was blaming Al-Qaeda and drugs for the revolts, Saif al-Islam Gaddafi once again accusing the outside media of invention and lies.
We have to understand that the conspiracy against us is not coming from Libyans. It is coming from our Arab brothers. They have used their media to spread lies and deception. Tomorrow, all media is coming and they will film everything. There is also an investigation committee, which includes foreigners. You will discover that we were deceived. You will find that this was the biggest lie to Libyans in our history.
As well as all these observations from the Gaddafis, Libyan TV